Good evening. This is Peyton Harris, and I'm with Suzanne Williams, and by way of Zoom, and we're posting this on another platform called Online Church. And in this way, you can interact a little bit with us. And so we're recording this earlier in the day, but we will be online to be able to chat with you as well on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. So we're sorry that we announced that we're having ESL and then now we take it away from you. The reason for this is several reasons, but we had a lot of people to tell us that they weren't able to come at this time. In some cases, it's those who are celebrating Eid will not be able to come. In other cases, it's because of this concern that we're having over the gasoline crisis right now. It seems to have gotten better, but we just don't know. And I think a lot of people are wanting to conserve the amount of gas that they use this week so that they have it for the weekend or have it for next week. And I certainly understand that. So again, my name is Peyton Harris. I'm the pastor at the church, and my wife and I, my wife is Clover, she and I had lived overseas for many years. And while we were there, we started English programs, among other things. And so we wanted to help people to learn how to speak English. Now that we are back in America, we see it's even more important for our visitors, our immigrants, the refugees that we're able to take into the country that find themselves in the Richmond area. We know it's so important for them to be able to speak the English language in a better way. And that way, you and others are able to communicate and feel more at home. I was speaking with a friend of mine a few weeks ago. He told me that even though he has lived in the United States for many years, he still does not feel at home here. And I know language is one way that people can feel at home. Of course, we have to be careful what we say with our language, don't we? Well, I want to give Suzanne an opportunity to speak. She is our leader of the beginner program, and she's been serving with us the whole time that we've been doing this, for now about 3 years that we've been doing ESL at River of Life. So Suzanne?
Hey, hi everybody. It's good that we're connected, and I'm thinking about you all a lot. I hope everything's good. I'll just tell you a little bit about the class if you don't know about it. We meet together, all together at first, and we have a brief introduction before we start the lesson. And then when we start the lesson, we break into small groups. And at that time, there's an actual lesson with paper and pencils that you fill out the paper, and it's some reading and some writing. And then when we're done with that, we moved into conversation, and we have a period of time where we are just discussing and talking about a topic. So we have a very good time, and I'm hoping that as many of you as possible can join us when we do meet again.
That's good. Yes. And let me tell you a little bit about our format too in the intermediate advanced class. This is a conversation class. We generally will have a topic, and it would be some sort of topic that might be related to the schedule that we find ourselves in. If there's a holiday going on, we want to explain that holiday to you in English terms so that you can discuss it with your neighbors and talk to people. Or we might talk about an important issue that helps people as they transition into society in America. Or we might just talk about something historic. We might talk about something that's even in the news. But one thing I do need to mention too is that we are still trying to be COVID compliant. And so sadly, we're going to be wearing masks, and we will keep some distance, social distancing between us. This makes it difficult, I understand, but I believe this is short-lived, or at least shorter-lived than it was before, as many of us are getting vaccines, and some people are getting COVID and they're getting over it, and they find themselves to be in much better shape after that. Of course, that's not the case for everybody. Uh, we are trying to put most of our volunteers into the beginner class so that the beginners have more and more opportunities to be at a better ratio, teacher student ratio or volunteer student ratio. We hope that we'll have some more volunteers joining us in the summer. Um, but for now, we have a limited number. And so in the conversation class, there may only be a few of us who are in there who are native English speakers, but we're going to try and use media and use our microphones so that we could all have an opportunity to speak uh, and and be able to hear each other clearly and be able to practice conversation. So I'm looking forward to that. And you're certainly welcome to invite people. Our schedule will be as follows. We will be having citizenship class, US citizenship class at 6 o'clock every Thursday. And that will go from 6 until 6:45 or maybe a little bit later. And then at 7 o'clock, from 7 until 8, we will have the ESL classes, the one that Suzanne is leading and the one that I'm leading. And that will last only an hour. And we're doing that because because we're in COVID season. Later on, I hope that we will be able to go to an hour and a half for our classes. And I hope that we'll be able to have children come as well. And let us know, though, if you want to bring anyone, and they are certainly welcome to come. We won't serve any food, though, during this time, again, because of COVID. And at this point, we don't have anyone to help us with transportation, or at least with our van. There may be a few people that can offer rides, but we don't have anything specific right now. So that's about it for me. Suzanne, do you have anything you want to add?
I don't think so. I want to make sure that the women I've talked to know that there is no childcare. So make sure that you don't bring your children this time, but we are working on that for later.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Suzanne, and thank you all. And you guys have a great day. We will see you in a week, God willing. Take care.
Yes.